All right, welcome everyone to the Teach initiative at ITeLearn. What I wanted to do is spend a few minutes, give you an idea on what this whole initiative is about. There is a history to it and there is a plan of what we're going to be doing going forward. The intent is very simple. The intent is to identify new trainings, identify experts in the areas, and provide a completely new training programs as part of the ITeLearn umbrella. All right. So through this hunt of finding new talent and coaching them to create a program, we have come up with this large initiative. We've been working very aggressively on this over the last couple of months, and we have in fact grown a team specifically focused on this initiative. So what I've done is I've put together an agenda of what I'm going to be showing you today, and this will give you an idea. So basically I wanted to give you all a quick overview about where ITeLearn started and what the journey has been. Then I wanted to give you an idea about what the vision is. What do I look at ITeLearn doing in the future? How the Teach initiative has been designed, what can a member expect from it, how it works, and the benefits out of it. All right. So primarily, I will not focus too much time in the history, but it is important to start to understand where we have started from. Okay. So ITeLearn in fact started more like QTP eLearn way back in 2009, almost 4 years back. And the first live batch that I ever did was with 9 people coming and joining online. I took one of those videos, I posted that in YouTube. It slowly went viral. People started accepting my sessions. They respected it and they felt that it's got a ton of information and quality on it. Eventually, it went on to become a major YouTube channel, hundreds of videos there, thousands of subscribers and millions of views on the various videos on YouTube alone. It has continued to be one of the largest and the fastest growing training worldwide. On an average, we get close to about 3,000, 4,000 new trainees each month joining the various programs that have been created. Over a period of time, we have matured the whole system. We tried to bring everything under one umbrella of ITeLearn website, how the members sign in using a single sign-on, to be able to access the videos, to be able to access the technical support through the forums, to be able to upgrade to newer courses, how we have continued to add many more courses, and so on. We have also done a significant investment in the last 6 months in moving our videos into a different platform that is hosted on Amazon S3, and we're using Amazon CloudFront to be able to stream them. And very soon we're going to also make it portable to be able to play equally well on even mobile devices. Now, while this has been the history of what we have done, a lot of new courses have been launched in software testing. There is a lot that needs to get done eventually, and that's the reason there's miles to go before I sleep. Now, what is going to typically drive the next few strategies for ITeLearn is one is the goal for creating this learning platform, and in fact I've put it in these words out here, as you can see. A preferred learning platform to master information technology with ease of access, depth of knowledge, and aligned for fulfilling career goals. So that is my goal statement, if I can. All right. And when I say preferred learning platform, that has a lot of meaning to it. New members or existing subscribers like to come back or join ITeLearn over the other available courses worldwide because of the sessions itself, because of the depth to which we cover things, the ease of access or technical support, and eventually how is it going to help them in their personal career goals. That is my first goal statement. The second goal statement, which is in fact a derivative of this goal, is talking about how I want to continue to expand to newer technologies, tools, and training programs that the ever-changing IT industry demands. So very often we see there are versions that come out each year for existing tools. Then there are newer technologies that get developed, and there is always something to learn in the IT initiative. So what I've probably learned 4 years ago is right now very relevant. So there's a constant updation that is required. Members need to be able to upgrade their skills just because of new skills, new tools coming into the market, but also changes in the existing versions of those tools. So how do I continue to add new technologies? And so far I have been the primary tutor. I'm glad I've identified few more tutors who have joined me as part of this Teach initiative and started to expand. But this requires a larger effort. This requires a more focused program on how we go about identifying and adding new technologies. And that is where the whole Teach initiative has taken birth from. And hence I have, if you look at the word teach, I have put them all in caps with a specific meaning, because each character in it, each alphabet has meaning that I've derived out. One is to be able to identify the talent that the industry is seeking. For example, if I talk about SAP, I'm saying that SAP HANA is the new in thing. If I'm talking about web development, we're looking at more as HTML5. If we're talking about mobile applications, we're talking about moving away from a pure native apps into more hybrid apps that work similar to native apps but are still on a web, or things that are newer versions. So the industry is driving what kind of a talent it requires, and that is what I'm trying to emphasize by this word talent. Okay, that will give us what we need to do next, to identify experts who are giving that talent and being able to then create and identify an audience who wish to learn from these experts in that core technology or talent area. Build a coaching program around it, a complete learning program, and be able to deliver that learning program to this audience. All right. So do you see how structured we're trying to get into what we do? Everything broken down into it. Identify a talent that is the industry requires. Identify experts that could deliver to that talent. Get the audience who is ready to learn this new talent as part of their career development. Coach the audience through building and delivering a learning program. And finally, with a very simple intent, one intent, get hired. It is all about getting hired. Getting hired into a new job, getting hired into a promoted job in your same organization, or even kickstarting your career. Irrespective of which level you are, at the end of it, any new technology that we're trying to learn is part of our career initiatives, and getting hired is the most important aspect of it. I hope I could explain significantly as to what the whole initiative is all about and what we're trying to do in here. Now, so to perform this, what we typically look at every member in Teach is these 4 simple skills. One is a very strong core technology or the subject skill. So unless you're experts in that area, there is nothing really much that you could bring to the table. You need to have a great communication skill. And communication skill is not about the accent or the English or you being an absolutely brilliant orator. It is more about the ability to be able to connect with the audience, be able to communicate and deliver your message effectively. Because your audience is global. The audience that comes to ITeLearn is not just limited to one geography. It is across US, the Americas, a lot of people from Australia, Europe, India, everywhere. So we have a varied audience. We need a communication skill that is neutral, that can be accepted, a great passion and an ability to be able to teach, because unless you have that passion to teach, really you will not be able to deliver or have the audience connect with you. And finally, the ability to tell a story, because all said and done, I have seen people with great technical skills, with phenomenal communications and a good passion to teach, but what I've seen is their ability to be able to tell a story, to be able to involve the audience and keep them gripped on the subject is very critical. So that is very critical, and hence if you look at some of my lectures, I've been trying to focus on that. I don't believe I'm an expert myself, but I'm on the road there to becoming one. And I know that the importance of telling a story and keeping the audience involved into the whole session is very key. That is what I'm looking at in an ITeLearn member. So if you need to be part of this program, you need to be possessing these basic skills, okay? But I know there is a lot that will happen as part of learning, and I look at the program to also enable you and give you that knowledge through which you can learn things, okay? So how you become a Teach member? Very simple. I have structured them down into these points. What you will see is you would start with filling up a form on itelearn.com/teach. That form will capture your basic information, your core areas of expertise and skill, where you are living, what kind of a program you wish to launch, and so on. Once you do that, we'll be able to come back after shortlisting and invite you for a pre-screening. Pre-screening is a very simple concept where you are choosing a topic from your core area. You will create a 15 to 30 minutes video recording offline, and then you will present it to us for reviewing and coming back. As part of this, what we will also do is our Teach team, which is dedicated to working on this new initiative, will guide you through the entire process. What tools can you use for the recording? How should the recording be done? How do you present it, and so on? Because I've seen a lot of people need to repeat this a few times to be able to come up with an exact final version. This is important because you would also learn through this process of how critical it is to ensure that the quality of deliverables, which is lectures which come as videos and live webinars, is the most important factor of success factor for this entire program. Finally, we will do a group screening where we will organize more of a 1-hour live webinar with the entire ITeLearn operations team. So my support staff, my technical support staff, my team that is handling incoming calls and mails and so on. We're about 8-9 people right now, and we would be present as the audience, and the Teach member will give that session, assuming that we are their real audience. And this is like a simulation where they'll get an understanding of how the program is doing, how effectively they're able to communicate, and if there are real areas which could be improved in a small manner, we will work on it. However, at this point, you would see that anywhere between level 1, 2, and 3, there could be dropouts. There could be not every member would be able to go through the entire levels and reach the final training session. And the reason we are going through such a structured program of being evaluating trainers is the members who are looking to come to us are coming in large capacity. So we are talking about hundreds of participants joining the program. And one of the most important aspects of what we have done so far in ITeLearn is that we have maintained the quality of our deliverables, the brand itself, while there have been constant areas of improvements which we accept and we continue to work on. Our core learning, the sessions itself have been of high quality. So there has been absolutely no compromise on the quality of learning itself. And hence, anyone that we look at to enhance from where we have retained an ITeLearn brand, we look to create almost like franchises out of this system. Okay, so that's the reason it goes through this structure. There is a large potential for earning, which the Teach member also is looking at the other end of the entire selection process. And the great aspect is it is kind of a win-win situation. We are looking for people to provide this, and if you do well, we do well. That's the kind of concept we're looking into. So finally, once we have selected, we have shortlisted, you will look at us working together again in a very aggressive manner with preparing your course content, launching the program, inviting audience for the external demo, and then finally launching the live sessions. All right. So that is how you become a Teach member. Now, in terms of advantages or what you look at primarily as an earning potential is there are three aspects to this earning. One is you could earn just by videos. You could be making only videos, no live, and be earning a certain percentage of the total sales that happen on it. Okay. What is that percentage? I have not yet defined because we are still evolving in the Teach program. I'm sure that this will become a more standard number as we go forward. But for now, I assume it to be a certain number which you can get an idea of the current number either from the website or by writing to learn@itelearn.com. All right. Or you can go to the website, use the contact us form, and also send an email through that. Then there is a potential. So this is basically you have your videos. It is hosted on ITeLearn. As long as the videos are getting sold and the members are able to view and start learning through it, you will continue to earn for it. So you, even in your absence of conducting a live session, the videos will continue to earn a certain revenue. Then there are live webinars where you are more strongly involved in providing the sessions, and you will see a bigger demand for live typically than videos. But I've seen that the global audience, at least from my program, 70–80% of the participants are only focused on the video aspect. But live requires additional effort, and hence it will have a different potential of earning. Okay, this will be in addition to what you do as your video sales. Finally, what you will see is the affiliate program. Now, when I talk about the live and videos, this is about your program or your videos or your training that is being promoted and sold through ITeLearn. Then there is a concept where you bring your own leads through your network by your marketing or your referrals, and that will add an additional revenue, and that is not limited only to your videos. What would happen is someone, let's say that we launch a new program on roadrunner. So a member comes in to learn roadrunner, and then you earn for the videos, you earn for the live. But also what will happen is that if you happen to have brought that member, you will earn an affiliate commission. Now this is in addition. So it is basically an X plus a Y plus a Z that is what will get paid off to you. And what would happen is there are instances when there's cross sales. One of the members who has come to purchase has been your referral, but has gone and purchased some other program which is not necessarily yours. And this affiliate program, which is an automatic program launched and running decently well on ITeLearn, is going to help you to get that additional revenue. So 3 levels of earning, and I'm sure that we are talking about large numbers in here. just because of the size of the audience and the market potential that ITeLearn has already generated. Now, at a large level, what are the advantages? Why should someone really invest that additional time that you have towards the second potential income? And sometimes, in most cases, I've seen that this potential income is much larger than your primary source. And the reason is the following. One is we have an existing large subscriber base, be it customers, be it subscribers to our free videos. We are talking about over 40,000 people who are subscribed to our newsletters. We have already created a great brand for ITeLearn, be it YouTube, be it other social networks. You would see the kind of comments that come across in terms of the whole program. There has been a huge viral growth, and we have only seen that as we added new courses, every other course gets added. So there is a lot that happens in terms of cross sales. An individual comes to buy one course, likes the course, and then continues to buy more courses that help his or her career. That's the potential for your secondary primary income. Again, it's kind of a work from home. You have the luxury to be able to be more relaxed, create an environment at home through which you are able to conduct these sessions. This is a serious potential in terms of residual income. As long as you're technically supporting the new or existing members, you would continue to get the commissions that I had shown in the earlier slide for the videos, live or affiliate, even without having to do anything. Primarily what that means is, let's say that you work hard for next 3-4 months, you build up a training program. After that, you don't have time anymore to conduct the live. Your affiliate system is working, your video system is working. You will continue to get your revenue as long as you're at least monitoring 30 minutes, 1 hour a day, ensuring that all members, their technical queries are getting answered through the forum. We have the existing system and infrastructure in place. We have the entire membership portal launched. So right from e-commerce, lead capturing, how the access is provided for the videos, or how we use the go-to training for live. There's an entire proven system that we've been working for the last 3-4 years. It has each and everything has been developed organically, and I have very good insight onto what we need to use. Apart from this, the ITeLearn team itself, the support staff is phenomenal. I have heavy respect for the team, and in fact, without my team, I would not have been so successful in managing the entire program. In fact, for the past few months, I have not been involved significantly because my team has picked up and they take care of end-to-end activities. So I have now become more of a teach member than the founder of ITeLearn or the promoter of it. So this support staff will continue to provide that guidance, that hand-holding that is required initially and all through the process to ensure that you are successful, because it is a win-win. Unless you bring in new courses, unless we bring in audience to be able to join your new courses, things won't happen. I've already touched upon cross sales. Now let me touch about this specific area. So far, we have achieved this success with almost zero marketing, except for a few investments of advertisements that we have done, which in fact never really worked out, and we have been very organic in it. So what success ITeLearn has seen has only been because of referrals, because of the viral growth that the social media has provided us, and of absolutely doing a good work that the audience has liked. We have not done any marketing. We have never involved into telesales or calling up audience, or even in fact even through emails trying to convince someone to join the program. We have always tried to work in improving how the system works, how the entire program has been established, and making the system work for itself. So what we have not done so far is look at a very detailed marketing plan and an approach. And what we intend to do now is, I believe it's high time that we invest and do a lot more significantly in the sales and marketing area. So we hope to do a lot of investment in this area because we know at the end of the day that is going to help bring in new audience which will take benefits from this course. It will also help every Teach member, including myself, by getting a larger audience for the work we do. All right, so that's the idea. We want to grow, no more zero. We want to really invest into marketing, get very heavy into it, because we believe that that will get us introduced to a larger, wider audience worldwide. All right, so that is predominantly what I wanted to mention in terms of advantages that the Teach members would have. But please do note that this program, while is established, not every member can become a Teach member. It requires a very, very specific kind of people, and that is a constant hunt that we will go through. But the good thing is there is a team, there is a system, there is an entire process in place that is ready to handhold you and guide you as long as you have the basic qualities into it. But again, people who do not dream big, who do not look at things very passionately or lack that level of energy, or be it the technical skill, the communication skills, and so on, you may not fit. But again, at the same time, if you have any of these core areas, you will still require some amount of fine-tuning. I'm sure that each of us have been low in energy or low in passion or bad in some of our skills, but we have tried to improve, tried to work. We know predominantly that this is something is inbuilt, but there are circumstances that can go against sometimes. We have overcome it. What we're looking at is that fighting spirit, someone who's ready to do it, and then we will handhold you, we will guide you through the screening process and take you forward from there. All right. This pop-up keeps coming up very often, but let me ignore it. So finally, again, last review of what we're looking at. We're looking at the talent that the industry requires. We want to be able to identify experts who can deliver this talent. We have created an entire audience that is existing, and we're going to continue to invest into identifying newer audience or prospects through sales and marketing, and finally be able to establish a coaching methodology, create a training program for the new identified talent areas, and be able to position the audience to a better career goal. Right? That is the overall Teach initiative. Now, I am absolutely open to take on questions. Please, any members from the audience, please feel free to put your questions over the chat. I have muted everyone just because of the size of the audience that are present in the session, but I really appreciate you all coming in. Your questions are important because that is what will drive this entire initiative, and will please put your questions over the chat. Meanwhile, I have a few things that I want to answer as you continue to put your questions. So this is not something like a full-time career. This is expecting that the members are in a technology-based position in the industry. They are a subject matter expert in a specific area and are trying to create this as an additional job or an income for themselves. Okay, technologies or programs could be across the IT field. We are looking at things like programming, things like PHP, Ruby on Rails. We're looking for Java, .NET, or even things like the ERP domain on Siebel, SAP, Oracle, web and multimedia side. Software testing continues to be there, data warehousing, reporting, BI, and so on. So the breadth of offerings is spread across. There is no limit to it. I know that this is not a destination, and it is a journey, because while we have tried to focus on software testing at the beginning, we believe that we have created a system and a structure that can fuel for everything in IT. So we want to be able to expand. Mobile testing. So there is already an existing set of courses that have been present on ITeLearn. If you look at the website, you would see that there have been already published courses on various areas, and there are also upcoming courses that you will see. However, at the same time, not every course is either complete, or there are changes to the versions, or there are more that we can do to it. So yes, mobile testing is definitely in there. I would not recommend too much on QA, QTP, and Selenium because there has been a lot of content already generated in these areas, or even QC. But things like mobile testing and load runner and so on, all of these things will come into it. Mobile development as well, absolutely. Okay. Yes. This video will be posted on the website, absolutely. Every video that we do, we record it and we will put it back on the website. The trainers which you're looking are only for the courses which are not covered in your ITeLearn site. Typically, yes, again, because we believe that there is no point in adding a new trainer into an existing course that is running successfully. However, we believe that there are many, many more areas. In fact, it could be as simple as a free tool that a lot of professionals are using that you think will add a skill. Okay, it doesn't have to be a course that we have like 20 hours of a program, or which is about $200 in fees and so on. It can be a course that is even 3 hours, and it could be something which is as low as a $20 course. But as long as we work together combinedly in coming up with the whole thing, that's the intent. All right. How technical will our students be? So the level of technical, and it's a great question, Zenobia, sorry, is the answer to that is you will typically get a wide variety of people. You will see a lot of, so if I look at this, the x-axis here as the skill level of participants, you will see more participants who are beginner to mid-level out here, and then it will taper down like this. Okay, so you will see a lot of people who are absolute beginners. You will see a majority of them who are little newer into the industry, and then you will see a significant smaller size which are either experts or senior level into the specific things. Now, the reason I say this is what happens is learning is a process by itself. Okay, so if I'm already an expert in specific area, all I need to do is brush up or learn smaller aspects of it. I don't have to necessarily go through that entire cycle of the complete tool again. But sometimes people believe they are somewhere in the expert area just because they have number of years of experience, but if they assess themselves through new interviews and so on, they will identify that their skill level is somewhere in between, and that is when they try and come back to reposition themselves in the market. Let's see what else I can take in as a question. You'll be considering Salesforce as well? Absolutely. I think Salesforce has been a phenomenal tool. There is a lot in terms of what the job market for it, for both the functional and the technical people in that area, the reporting system and so on. So the list of topics or courses is endless. However, we also know that the market is varied. So if I talk about, let's say, a Java training or a .NET training, I will have a different size of the market compared to an SAP training, or compared to, let's say, a very focused training in a different area. Okay, but yes, there is no, and I'm absolutely willing to evaluate various courses, because the good portion is that our whole program has been derived to go take us all together through the journey of screening. Okay, identifying the topic, going through that core skill, setting up the entire program agenda. So there's a lot of work that will happen, and typically this whole cycle is between 2 to 4 weeks at least. Okay, right from the time you fill the form to be able to launch the final training, we're at least looking at 2 to 4 weeks. Do we have SOAPui web services covered? So this has been launched as an email, but since there was so much interest, I wanted to do this session so that we address it globally. People can get their questions answered on the entire Teach initiative. So people have submitted for SOAPui web services. We have started the evaluation. There are some members who are in the shortlisting phase. Few of them are in pre-screening, and about 4 or 5 are in the final screening on various technologies. But please do not limit yourself, because we are trying to bring the best. If you have the right skills for it, please apply for it. How do we help students who need extra help? So primarily the program is all about providing video tutorials, which is not really interactive. Then there are live trainings that we perform where we try and address questions over the chat and so on, depending on the size of the audience. We are also involving into live projects, which is trying to give the audience a bigger perspective of how the actual implementation of various projects are done in real life environment. But more importantly, there is a very deep technical support system in place where members can search for an answer to their queries that is already existing, and the members have opportunity to post new questions and ask in different areas. So right now, if you look at the just 3-4 primary areas where everything is divided, but eventually we will see that there are lots of new forums that will get added to this. So that is where the students get the idea of trying to go deeper into how they handle their questions. Okay. Now, apart from this technical forum, the live projects, the live training, and the videos, we may assist people one-on-one depending on the level of it. But typically, I've seen 99% of the participants are absolutely happy and satisfied with this structure. Are there any plans to teach Visual Studio? Perfect. Absolutely, yes. Microsoft, the Team Foundation Server, all of these things, yes. Rational tools, and there's the list of tools is endless. Okay. I know what I'm trying to do is not try and fulfill a complete list of IT, whatever is existing. I am rather trying to find members who can bring a skill and then launch that program. So I'm not going by saying that I need someone in this technology, now let me go and find a tutor. I'm trying to find tutors, teachers, coach in various technologies, and as first come first, we're going to put that course announced. All right. And also, as part of the system, we have created a lot of documentation that help us to make better assessment. So for example, before you start creating the recordings or the first session, you would try and prepare yourself through this checklist, like who is the expected audience? Do you have a better understanding of the audience? What are the topics that you're going to discuss? How are you going to present it? Is it on the application, on the web, using a PowerPoint, using a Word doc or an Excel, and so on? Okay. And what kind of infrastructure do you have in place? Do you have a headset, or do you want to use an inbuilt mic? All of these things. Okay. How is your as we go about, we will also fill different other areas, but very importantly, things like what do you expect as the outcome of the session? At the end of the session, what do you want the audience to carry with them? What is it that they would have wanted to accomplish, and did they achieve in that, and so on? All right. So different evaluation forms in various areas, and then we have our own assessment forms that we've created where we try and rate each session that the teach member is going to put in on the voice, the audio, video sync, how is the overall presentation, is it good, is there a lot of background noise, has there been too much breaks in between, you know, all of these things are trying to get addressed through these evaluation forms. So the teach team is putting together this entire program which will make the evaluation of us in these new courses very easy. All right, awesome. Thank you. I appreciate everyone to join in. Please give yourself an opportunity to go through this process and see if you can really do it, because this is a great potential. This is a great new initiative, and I believe that we have right now that right technology infrastructure globally that can enable us to take our skills in a very, very large audience, to a very large audience. All right. So I wish you all the best. I hope to see each of you who's watching this video to be able to come back and join the Teach member. Look forward. Take care. Thank you now. Bye. Thank you. Bye, everyone.